I got married for maybe 4 years. I should know, shouldn't I? I got married, anyway. And Arno was there, and we planned the whole thing. My wife and I planned the whole thing together, down to the smallest detail, apart from what we were going to say in our respective speeches. And my wife went first and stood up and said everything that I was going to say. So while she was giving her wedding speech, I had to rewrite my own, and I ended up talking about Donald Rumsfeld in my wedding. It's a true story. Arno, in some ways, has just done what Catherine did all those years ago now and eaten my sandwiches. So thanks, Arno, for that. I'm really here as a very short interim to talk about why we've chosen collaboration as our theme for this year. And back in August, I think it was, when we started thinking about the summit, which seemed a very long time ago then, a long time away then in January, the speed of change in this industry is quite a challenge when it comes to choosing something for several months away. But there was one thing that really leapt out that would stand the test of time, and that is collaboration. And that's the first reason that we came to the decision that we would base our conference today on that issue. And personally, I think there are a number of other reasons why it's really important, and actually the first of those runs through all of them, and that is that I think it is neglected. As a part of our defences, national, corporate and individual, I think it's one of the things that we don't do well enough. Pretty much full stop. Tiny bit of context around that to try and, I hope, help explain it. It's about where we position cybersecurity. And if we ask ourselves where we do position it, I think it's very hard to get our hands around that and say it fits here. It's a little bit other, it's a little bit disruptive, it's not very well understood, it's not gripped typically, and it sort of floats around above us as a country even, as companies and as individuals, and it's not placed where we believe it really should be, which is as a simple part of those organisations' risk management frameworks. And we don't place it there to our cost. So that's the context that I'm talking in, I hope. As a nation, I think we need to develop a public-private partnership. And with all due respect to my former colleagues in government, I don't think we have succeeded in doing that. So I was going to say, I think we need an improved public-private partnership, but I don't think we're there. I think we need a public-private partnership. I think we need it in terms of skills. I think we need it in terms of defences. I think we need it in terms of philosophy, the way we think about this stuff. So the NCSC does a really good job at defending bits of the critical national infrastructure from cyber attacks. But that leaves actually a huge chunk of what I think is just as strategic, and that is the rest of the economy. And it's all those companies, small, medium-sized and large-sized, which don't benefit directly now from the help that the NCSC provide, the advice, etc. They're left effectively too much, in my view, to fend for themselves. So we need to build that public-private partnership to successfully collaborate to better defend ourselves. And all those companies, I would argue, and the economy, I would definitely argue, are part of our critical national infrastructure and need defending as such. Secondly, companies. And Arno has hinted at this already. Our clients have a range of issues, a range of expertise, a range of challenges in the cyberspace, and we help them. There's a lot of commonality between all those different stovepipes, all those different companies. So things that happen over here in Company A are of value to Company Z over on the right-hand side. But there is no mechanism yet, I think, by which those advantages, those benefits, that learning, that skill, that, we suffered this, what did you do? We did these things, it really worked. There is no mechanism by which that comes together. So companies who face the same problem from very often the same adversaries with the same tools don't work together to defend themselves. And the third thing is, very simply, there's very little that's not better if you do it with somebody else, actually. Because any particularly difficult challenge, how much better is it to have two heads? Two heads are better than one. It's very trite, but trite things are very often true. And I contend that they're true. And if you're dealing with a complex cybersecurity challenge in a bank, why not talk to your colleague, your competitor, who is dealing with a very difficult cybersecurity challenge in a bank? There's benefit there on all sides. So it was relatively straightforward, actually, once we've identified collaboration as the theme for today. And I stand by it. I think we need to collaborate better as an industry and as a nation in order to better defend ourselves. And that theme, I hope, runs through everything we're doing today. So right now, that is all from me, but it gives me tremendous pleasure to welcome Major General Williams to the stage for our keynote talk about collaboration and cybersecurity. General.